Oh damn, we're live already. Yeah, live is midday, midday Sunday afternoon. Good afternoon. I've been wanting to do this stream. A buddy of mine, and I'm not sure if I can hear myself. Let me see if I can turn myself up here so I can hear myself in the headphones. Let me make sure, you guys. Are you able to hear me here? I want to be able to hear myself. I'm not sure if I can hear myself. Hey, if you're in the chat, you let me know if you can hear me. That'll be perfect. Otherwise, I'll cut it up on YouTube just to make sure I can hear myself here. But yeah, if you guys can let me know in the chat if I'm live or not. Are you able to? Yes, I can be heard. Good. That's perfect. That's perfect. I'm wondering why these headphones are not able to be heard. But nevertheless, I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and he was having a discussion with me about gentrification. And as a landlord, and he was asking me, what do I think about location? And I said to him in a rather blunt manner, I said, location doesn't really matter. But the percentage of people in that location matters. So if you got a bunch of black people, you're going to have to deal with the business in a fashion that is very different than if you have a different demographic. And I went on to say to him, to prove to you that location doesn't matter, you can gentrify a bad location. Right? You can bring in people, and then they will eventually replace the bad people, and that neighborhood would be good again. So it just shows you that it is not location per se that makes a neighborhood. It is the actual people within the neighborhood. And so, I think that's some of the propaganda that for young people who are looking for the best location, oftentimes you end up not doing anything because you can't really afford the best location, and then you're struggling. How do I do business in a neighborhood that is not the best location? And oftentimes, really, to be honest with you, you're hoping for gentrification. So in other words, you're hoping not that the location changes, but the people that live in that location change. So I just wanted to address that and say, there's a really big point of propaganda there, in that it's not really the location. And again, and I I wanted to tell people, for the people, for the guy that mentioned how do you pick location and things like that, and how do you do business in a black community or in a poor neighborhood. Typically, they're going to be the black communities. You're going to have to develop your strategy more or less based upon the people in your community. If you have a lot of black people in your community, that's going to be a roadblock for you in terms of attracting a wider audience. So how do you do that? You're going to have to more or less deal with the black people, and you're going to have to be comfortable dealing with that. And some of the things that you'll see in terms of doing business with them will make it advantageous for you doing business with them, but you really can't mix and match, because you'll end up trying to sell a customer that doesn't want to be in the black community a product in the black community, and then that never works out. The customer is not happy, and oftentimes he's going to let his voice be heard in a review as it relates to you. So I want to share a couple of instances. I just saw this morning, and kind of just happenstance, and why it makes it so difficult to invest in certain neighborhoods, where it really it's not about the location, it's about the people that live there. Let me see if I can share you this first article. Here's an article. Again, all of these articles are more or less coming out of DC here, but you can extrapolate that to any neighborhood. While we're thinking about this, I'm just going to ask you guys, have you ever seen blacks gentrify a neighborhood? If you have, let me know. If you have not, but I'd be curious to know if you've ever seen blacks to gentrify a neighborhood. It'd be very interesting. Any neighborhood that you've ever seen blacks having to gentrify, I would love to hear all about it. Here's some news coming out of DC. It kind of shows you why it is so difficult when you're doing business in these inner city neighborhoods. And here's an article here. I'm going to share that with you. We're working on Streamlabs today, so hope you enjoy the presentation from Streamlabs. It's still testing here. All right, so here's the first headline coming out of Washington, D.C. here. You'll see it here. Let me get this screen right. All right. I think that's perfect. I like the transition there. And there's a transition. And so here's an article here. We're going to see if we can play a video, see if there's some video here. Let's see, where's that video playing? Do you still? There it is. All right, let's see.
Store on H Street. Police say they alleged 50. This new video you're looking at right now showing a group of thieves breaking into a high-end clothing store on H Street. Police say they allegedly stole $50,000 worth of merchandise. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm KyleeCTCross. DC police tell us this isn't the latest incident in the area. In fact, last month, 3 people broke into a vape shop on H Street. They got away with several vaping products. News 4's Dominic Moody spoke to business owners in the area who say they're concerned.
That's the inside. Whoa, I don't know if that could have been avoided.
A stunning action caught on camera inside the Amenyad on H Street in September, leading to this reaction from Doris Wyndham.
To hear that those type of things are happening in this area is a little alarming.
Wyndham plans to open up her own business on the same street in Northeast next month. Her shot coming after DC police released this video showing the moments a group of thieves broke into the high-end clothing store. Investigators say the group stole more than 50.
You guys might remember this this street here, H Street. This is where Ross Girl and I did a live stream earlier this summer here. This is the same street. One of my tenants, he right downstairs in the basement, he works on H Street in a vape shop. This may have been his vape shop that they mentioned that was robbed.
$50,000 worth of merchandise. Security cameras inside the store capturing the moments. The first couple of suspects are seen crawling through a door that police say they smashed with a tool before smashing the interior door with a brick. Fast forward in the video and you can see multiple suspects running to the door with arms filled with clothes.
DC police say another burglary happened last month, this time just right up the street at a vape shop.
Investigators releasing this video captured outside the H&V.
This is probably, no, this is not the vape shop that my tenant works at, but very similar on the same street here.
Store on H Street. Police say back in October, 3 suspects broke into the rear door of the business with 2 crowbars. Once inside, the group is seen on video walking behind the counter before leaving with their hands filled with vape products.
So to come and just do that somewhere where we're trying to build up, it's just not, it's not cool.
Investigators say if you have any information about either burglary, you are asked to contact.
Is that nigga sliding? What? Is he sliding on his bare yellow belly out the store?
Investigators say if you have any information about
he down on the floor, isn't he?
About either burglary, you are asked to contact police. In Northeast, Dominic Moody, News 4.
And so again, if you were to look into who owns this store here, let me see if I can show it to you. Basically,
Winter on its way. You can help your neighbors in need by donating.
I'm sorry to say it's not a bullshit store, but let me see if I can share the screen with you on who actually runs this store, and you kind of got to see what the products that they're selling and stuff like that. And let me see if I can share my screen with you. And while I have that coming up, you'll see kind of what these people were stealing here. And here's the store here in Washington, D.C., where the blacks went in there and they robbed the store. There you go. So you see what they say, I'm a manier, whatever the hell that means. I think it means it's something in French. They'll probably tell us down here, but you see these kind of shoes, they say the Armanier time Nike Air Force Ones. Those are Armanier. There's the Jordan hoodie. You see that? And there are other things here that they have for sale here. You see a Jordan brand jacket, $300. Jordan brand jacket shirts and shit like that. $110 for this shirt right here. Right, and you can see that there. And let's see if you can see that. Let's see. I need to scroll up a little bit. Let's see. Minimize that page a little bit so you can see all the gear that they have for sale here, and you can see more of the collection. See, that's what they went in to steal here. I don't know if you can see this. Sneakers, Jordans, equipment, Agravac, $230 for this bubble-looking pair of Adidas. On and it goes. So that's what they stole here. And so here is some of the brand, brand leaders here for this company. Here's some guy, Rivington Roy Rebby. Let's see what he has for sale. This is the kind of stuff that is being sold in the store. I'm not sure if he has any merch. You can schedule it. Here's the store that was broken into, right? Looks like they have them in other Black Nest, Atlanta, as well as Kirby Drive in Houston, Texas. There, so that kind of gives you an idea of what the people were stealing, and it kind of gives you an idea of who was selling the stuff. And again, it shows you that this is a gentrified neighborhood by and large, but they still have a lot of Black people there, and these are the issues that you end up dealing with. One day I'm going to bring my tenant on the stream. He works in one of these vape shops on 8th Street, and he'll kind of give you some more colors of things that go on there and that make it very difficult for people to do business there. So a couple things I also wanted to cover here. I got a few emails. I always get emails, and I'm very rarely able to cover all of them. But I do want to try to cover some of the emails, some of the questions, some of the Cash Apps that I get where there's like a question in there. I can't really address it on the screen. So I'm just going to go down my email and just address some of these things here. Here's one I found interesting. Just in no particular order here. Here's Mike Tyson on the fight last night with Logan Paul. I think you'll find it interesting. Let me see if I can share my screen. And it's coming up here. It's a Facebook post. Or it's coming from Facebook, I should say. And here it is. Let me see if I can scroll up a little bit. Mike Tyson, he says, I got somebody looking for housing here. Perfect. Mike Tyson on his message out for the fight last night, he says, this is one of those situations where when you lost, you still win. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in ring one last time. Almost died in June. I did not know this about Tyson. I'm not sure how many of you guys knew this about Tyson. He almost died in June. And he had 8 blood transfusions, lost half my blood and 25 pounds in hospital, and had to fight to get healthy to fight. So I won. In his mind, in his eyes, and I understand exactly where he's coming from, the battle just to get back in shape to do this. And you're going to hear the next sentence here, which really resonated with me. To have my children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Cowboy Stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you, Mike Tyson. Prayers up. And I do respect that. I really do respect that. And, it brought to mind, how many of you guys have ever heard of the, what is it called? It's a Teddy Roosevelt speech, if I'm not mistaken. And in the interim, but while I'm bringing that Teddy Roosevelt speech up, kind of along the same lines here, I saw this video, man, it really had an effect on me, I will say that. Which leads me into this other video that I want to show you. Let me see if I can find this other video first. And let me see, I know I have it. And how many of you guys have heard of Teddy Roosevelt's speech, The Man in the Arena? Let me see if I can find it. But anyway, here's a video.
What's up, y'all? So somebody asked.
Here's the video I wanted to share with you guys, man. It's an amazing video. Respect to the soldiers out there. Respect to the soldiers, and you'll see where I'm going here in a second.
Like, what is it like for me to drink from a cup? Because they never seen me like drink or eat anything. It's something that I normally would prefer to do in private because it can be a messy process when I'm eating. And I just prefer not to be stared at while I'm eating. But I wanted to share that with y'all. So what I'm gonna do is, what I do is I take the straw and I place it in between my tongue and the roof of my mouth. That'll create like the suction that I need to pull the drink out of the cup because I don't have the upper lip. And that's how I do that. So I prefer to use the straw. If I'm drinking from a cup, I don't have like the protection that I need. Like I don't have the seal that I need because the scar is like going down this side of my mouth. So can't hold like fluids or food or anything in, it'll just fall out. And that's why I chew on this side of the mouth because I got that coverage. So that's it. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day. What's up, y'all? So somebody asked me like what.
Amazing video again. I have to take a quick transition. I have a delivery. These deliveries, they keep coming. And give me 1 second, guys. And I don't have any videos here. I don't think we have any videos. Let me see if we have a video here. I think we do. I don't know if I've set it up yet, but I do need to go get this video, this delivery real quick. You know what it is. 1 second, guys. 1 second here. We got to get I have a delivery coming up. And again, you know, I'm just happy to be here. This is what we do 24/7. And, but, you know, I got a delivery. I'll be right back, guys.
I need some weed, man. Yeah.
There's that. Sorry about that for the delay. I might have to move back to DC or Cali. DC or back to Cali. I clicked over here. No, John is back. He just had a delivery here. I'll be right back. I had to tell you I'll be right back for 1 second. Just a delivery. Beer order. Let me get one in the freezer before I get back going again. Yeah, so that was oh yeah, I wanted to share this video with you guys after seeing that soldier, man. That was a hell of a story about that soldier. And then I remembered this speech by Teddy Roosevelt. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever heard of that speech by Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt, let's see if I can find that video. It really made me think about this man here, the man that we saw on the screen here. But then I'm going to transition to something that I thought was even more interesting. Here is Teddy Roosevelt. I'm not sure if this is not the one I want to show. I'm going to show you this one here. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Which one do I want to show you? I think I'll show you this one. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this one here. And let's see.
The poorest way to face life is to face it with a sneer. There are many men who feel a kind of twisted pride and cynicism.
I replay that.
There are The poorest way to face life is to face it with a sneer. There are many men who feel a kind of twisted pride and cynicism. There are many who confine themselves to criticism of the way others do what they themselves dare not even attempt. There is no more unhealthy being, no man less worthy of respect, than he who either really holds. There is no more unhealthy being, no man less worthy of respect, than he who either really holds or feigns to hold an attitude of sneering disbelief toward all that is great and lofty, whether in achievement or in that noble effort which, even if it fails, comes the second achievement. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause. Who, at the best, knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
And that was Teddy Roosevelt there. The last couple words there really ringing home with me. There are many people that are, that have, and I'll bring it home for you where I really, where I think this quote really applies to the person. I think that it really applies, and I started thinking about this kind of when he ran for office. I remember thinking like, wow, this. I remember hearing this quote. And most of you guys have seen this, so it's probably not going to be newsworthy to you, but I think it was Teddy Roosevelt, by the way, Teddy Roosevelt. And let me share some of the clips I saw overnight that really hammered home that quote for me. And I think some of the younger men in America, it'd be a good thing to see. And, along those lines, I think the white man he's getting stiff in spine. The men in general, the men, the productive men in life, the men that with confidence and some achievement under their belt are kind of all aligning here. And a while back, I told you how a dream team is being created. And last night, I think that dream team was really on display here. The men in the arena. And here's what we have here. Let me share my screen with you. Folks, that's not a boxer coming into the ring. That's Donald J. Trump coming into the ring like a boxer. And you watch the reaction to Donald J. Trump, and then you watch and you look at the people around him. A dream team is being formed here. Strong men are aligning together here. See, the dream team is aligning here. We look at all the people, and there are more videos coming out of this night. Trump and no, this is not even the Trump fight. This is another fight from. This is not the Tyson fight. There's RFK, looks like Eric Trump Jr. or Eric Trump. He's a strong man here. And what you're seeing here is probably a movement unlike anything we've ever seen in our lifetime. This man came out like a rock star. He's been a rock star all my life. And the strongest propaganda, the propaganda that they've pushed on this man for 7-8 years, it didn't work. Let's see, Portia says she's trying to get into Streamlab, can't get in. So I can tell you about this music. You have to tell us about this. Let me see if I can show you. You know what I can do? I can give you a collab link. That's what I can do, Portia. Anyone interested in joining the stream, We're still working at this StreamYard. I'm starting to like it a little bit more and more every day. Let me put the link in the chat here. One of the things I can't do, let me see if I can sign into Streamlabs over here. Oh, it says open in a web browser. Okay. All right. Let me open that in the web browser and see what it does. And we're going to say, okay, it's open up another web browser here. All right, let me go back here. And while this opening up portion, oh, is that how you have to do it? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, there it is, portion. I just dropped the collab link there. So you can, you click on that link, and I think I should be able to add you in. I think you'll find it pretty slick the way we can add you into. Matter of fact, if you do jump on, I'll share my screen with you. But anyway, there was Donald Trump, and there was a lot of pomp and circumstance coming out of last night. Portia's going to give us a little idea on that video here, but I mean, I think something is really brewing here. A couple other videos I kind of want to show you from last night. I guess it was last night at the UFC Championship. A couple other things I'm not sure, maybe you guys are aware, that happened last night. Here's kind of another, oh yeah, here's another video I want to share with you. This is from last night. It's Donald Trump at the UFC event last night. Let's see what they're doing here. And there is Trump coming in again, and then there's one with him backstage. And that is why I think you'll see all of the King's men coming together here. Let's see. Wow, yeah, I do want to cover that as well. I think, oh yeah, this is a beautiful picture here. This is them all coming together in the elevator there. That's the dream team aligned. There's Elon Musk. As Elon, Kid Rock, this is the Weasel, Mike Johnson. He's trying his best to hang on there. I'm not sure who this guy is. I think that's Tulsi Gabbard, whatever her name is. I think Dan Bongino, Dana White. Man, a dream team of people came together last night. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me share this screen with you. There it is. There it is, a dream team of people. You see Tulsi Gabbard, Kid Rock, Elon Musk, and the dark MAGA hat there. You know, a dream team of people coming together there, unlike anything we've ever seen in America before, at least from my perspective. Here's another interesting tweet. Again, some of the things we've been covering all week, and I want to share it with you guys, just kind of how I think Trump has really broken things for these people. Here's a tweet. Let me see if I can get it right for you. Let me minimize it just a little. 1 second. Okay, I think you got it now. All right, here's a tweet from, I think Sink is a liberal, but either way, you'll see. And he says, the walls have been breached. We're in the upside down now. Online media is now stronger than mainstream media. I've been saying it for a long time, and you're seeing some of the people that have tried to make their living in mainstream media in the controlled environment are now trying to come over to the online world, and I don't think it's going to work very well for them. They've been accustomed to not being challenged, and in the online world you can be challenged, or what do they call it? The young people call it ratioed. So and you see Chris Wallace, Dunham, and all these guys coming over to the mainstream media. They are in the minority now, and they've lost control of the message. He's talking about the establishment, saying that they're scared of losing power for the first time, and I think that is very true. They've lost control of the narrative. They can't control the narrative over the internet, and that, I think, really concerns them there. And so, but a couple more videos coming out of New York City. I'm sorry, what's it? I think it was New York City. That is true. Oh, you're gonna love this, guys. You're gonna love this, and you can get ready for a lot of name calling, because that's really all they have now. You're gonna see the blacks, I think, who are really gonna crash out, who really don't have a party anymore. And let's take a look at one of the blacks crashing out. Roland Martin screaming assholes as he sees Bobby, Tulsi, Elon, Dana, Don, Eric, all surrounding President Trump here, and there's really no matching energy on the Democrat side. I mean, look at these people. Can you name 5 or 6 men Democrats like this? And what are they screaming? No, they're not. What are they screaming? And there they go, the Democrats. I don't even think they scream USA anymore. And here you are, an alignment of some of the strongest men in the world, now screaming USA, USA is definitely a different shift in America from what we've seen the last few years of Democrat rule here. And again, I can't show enough pictures of here, but I think what we're seeing is a definite shift in how things are going here. Is Donald Trump, Elon Musk, he's the Doge guy, the Department of Government Efficiency. And there's RFK and Tulsi again, another picture here. Again, this is from last night at I guess it was the UFC event. And I'm not done yet. There are quite a few more images. I'm sure you guys are going to have oh man. You see, here's another one here. Let's see here. And here's during the fight here. And you see Trump and Kid Rock, and you see Elon Musk, and you see Trump just gives Elon a shove on a pat on the chest there. Let's watch it one more time. Go ahead. There you go, Trump. Manly behavior in a manly event. We haven't seen this in a very long time. And I think things are really changing for the better. For all the men, the blue-collar men, I think just the sentiment is going to change. Oh, man. And here's one of those black men that likely voted for Trump here. Let's hear what he has to say. Again, you want to be aligned with these kind of people.
Hey, what do you guys think about my version of the Donald Trump? Check it out. His champion. I'm sure. I also want to say.
Did that man say he proud to be a what? And we gotta hear that one more time, people. One more time.
Proud to be a Christian American champion.
Oh man.
I'm sure. I also.
We haven't heard talk like that in a long time. People have swallowed their tongue because we had weak men in office and they were dictating what could and could not be said. But I think things have changed. This is one of the 9% of black men there that likely voted for Donald Trump, and you kind of see what kind of black men are voting for Trump and what kind of black men are siding with the Democrat agenda here. Listen, look at some more. I can't get enough of this, man, to be quite honest with you. I can't get enough of this video. While his opponent lying down on the mat there, the Trump dance. Changing in America, things are changing. You can just look at the things like somebody said, not the dance. Yeah, he did the dance. He did the dance. Trump now has a dance like the Dougie, right? He got his own dance. He got shoes, he got dance, he got water, he got everything you need for a real good party. And we're gonna get to parties in a minute. My friend, a lady friend of mine, she's a HBCU graduate, and she woke me up this morning to tell me about something, but man, I ain't done with Donald Trump yet. This is gonna drive these fucking liberals crazy, bro. Crazy. People like that, yeah, they were Donald Trump. The people that have to sit on the casting couch. Background, what is that music?
Largely historically, have John Bones Jones.
Who knew the greatest American fighter in the UFC was black? I don't follow UFC. I did not know that. I did not know the greatest UFC fighter was a black man. Who knew that? Did anyone know? Anyone follow UFC and they knew that? I didn't know.
Now successful in the first event. It's all about John Jones.
It's all about John Johnson, man. Let me pause this video. I think I just brought Porsche up. Let me see if I got Porsche up here. Oh, let's see. Where is Portia? Let me see if I can at least hear you. And then if not, let me see. I think I need to add a collab cam. Let's see. Is that what I need to add? Collab cam. Yeah, collab cam. And then I think I'll be able to hear and see Portia. Portia, collab cam. Where is that? Collab cam. Widgets. I think that's a collab cam. Where is that? I just added one. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. Give me 1 second. Portia, I'll add you to the page here. Add a new source instead. Add as a new source. Okay. There it is. All right. So, Portia, I'm going to put you side by side with me. And then we're going to see if we see you on the screen here. But anyway, some amazing footage coming out of the UFC. Some things I did not know, some things that I was surprised to learn. And let me see if I can. So I got you on the screen here, Portia. And now let me see if I can modify your settings so you can see me. Let's see, are you able to see me? Assigned to the source. That's true. That's done. And let's see, you should be able to see me. Share video source. Let's see, collab cam. Share video source. I'll add that. All right. And your audio should be on. Portia, are you able to hear me? Let's see. Let me make sure I have your audio up. I can't hear you, Portia. Can anyone hear Portia? You may have to adjust your. Let's see. Collab cam. No, your mic is up. I don't hear you saying anything. Anyway, Portia. Let's see. Let me look in the chat real quick. The UFC will give him another belt. River of Hate said John Jones isn't the best example. I'm not quite sure. I'll take your word for it. Lots of great fighters in the UFC and always has been. Okay, fair enough. Tom Gully, Israel, Tyron Woodley, Fences. Okay, all the list is endless. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't follow it very much. Apparently, you guys do. You follow it very well. But anyway, interesting there. Let me take this collab cam off. Let's see. Portia, are you able to hear me here? Are you able to hear me here? Let's see, collab cam. If not, what I'll do is I'll just take you down for the time being. I'll put you down here. There you go. All right. And the screen's going to repaint. Okay, cool. Let me share with you a couple more tweets that I saw. I mean, they just really amazing coming out of the Trump arena. This might be the best one here. Someone called this one the literal Avengers. And again, I don't understand why Mike Jones is there. Mike Johnson, whatever his name is. Nevertheless, though, he is there, but he is definitely not the center of attention. Let's share my screen here. Let's push it up to the top left. Here's Trump making an entrance to the arena here.
To the world famous octagon, flanked by UFC CEO Dana White, 45, soon to be 47, President-elect Donald Trump.
And there's Mike Johnson in the background. You see him pointing his fingers at someone. I don't know who the hell he's pointing his fingers at, but he just has him pointing like he's some kind of rock star himself. Look at it. This is him in the middle right here. It's Mike Johnson. Who the hell is he pointing at? And that's Elon behind him. You notice how this senator, a guy who's done nothing, built nothing. Yeah, you are the black square, Portia, but you can't. I think if you have your microphone on, I should be able to hear you. Otherwise, let me test it again because I was able to add Universal Jones up here. Let me see if I can add you visible on both stream, only visible on stream. I'll put you only visible on recording, only visible on both stream and recording. Let me make sure I have your mic up. Yeah, I have your mic up. Assigned to source. That's definitely you. See if you can change your. Oh, wait a minute. See if you can change your. You should be able to see me as well. But see if you can change your logo, your PFP or whatever you call it there. So this is Trump entering the arena here. And this weasel, Mike Johnson, the senator, how did he find himself ahead of Elon Musk?
People at home could hear the sound in this room. It's so loud in here. It is so loud.
Man, it's amazing they've been able to get away with this propaganda about Trump, man. I mean, he's kind of larger than life, and they tried their best. I'm going to remove your collab cam portion if you want to join back. We can try it again toward the end of the stream. But again, a couple things. I get a lot of emails. People send me, I'm showing you my emails, aren't I? Huh? Let me transition here. You can't read. There's nothing much in here. It's emails you send me, so if you read something, not a problem. It wasn't my personal emails. Anyway, couple things coming out of D.C., but before I get to that, earlier this week, we did talk about the Chinese and the Mexicans seemingly forming a coalition here of gangsters controlling the drug trade. And remember, this is one of the things that I found interesting. Early on, when I first started this stream, I used to have a lot of young black guys. They would try to hustle a little drugs here and there. They would do that, but you don't see that as much anymore. I've often wondered, where are the young black drug dealers, and they seemingly they're kind of they're gone now. And let's take a look at this headline here coming out of Al Jazeera, and we saw this again. You said I was talking, but y'all can't hear me. I can't add it, but John, you can remove. Oh, I just removed it. I think I did. Yeah, I just removed it. I can add you back though. Anytime you want, I can add you back. I was able to get it working for Universal Jones yesterday. So anyone else want to join, let me put that link in the chat one more time. And we can try it again. Let's see. Where is the link? Settings. Anyone can join. Copy. And let me put that in the chat. Give me 1 second. I put this link in the chat again. And we're testing out this Streamlabs. It still has a few kinks, but we're going to try to work it out. Maybe do it parallel here. Here's the link again as well. And guys, while we're kind of in between things, feel free to support the stream. Portia J, HB, Stanley, Get Crack, and me, John Galt. We keep the stream going 24 hours a day. That's true. Yeah. No personal emails. Portion. Matter of fact, I try my best not to even log into my personal emails when I'm on these streams, just to keep it kind of out of place there. So let's see what we have here. So I've been interested in what is going on with the Mexican mafia and the drug trade on the American streets here. And here's one of the things that you will see. Let me get the screen up for you. Sometimes it looks like I'm sharing my window. Here we are. All right. Coming out, news out of Al Jazeera. This is back in June, but again, we noticed something as well last week. The Chinese and the Mexican mafia seemingly are joining links to sell drugs in America. Chinese shadow bankers help Mexican cartel launder drug money. Now, why would that happen here? Here's what's interesting. U.S. prosecutors charged 24 people over an alleged $50 million laundering scheme. What would be the link between the Chinese and the Mexican drug cartel, you might ask? Prosecutors in the United States have charged 24 people over an alleged money laundering scheme involving shadow bankers, Chinese and Mexican Sinaloa drug cartel. Underground money exchanges helped the cartel launder $50 million in drug trafficking proceeds, the fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine, 4 years, $50 million. And here's what it is. There was the explanation as to why there's such a large relentless greed. The pursuit of money is what drives the Mexican drug cartels that are responsible for the worst drug crisis in American history. But deep down in the article somewhere it says that the demand for U.S. dollars by the Chinese is the biggest draw that brings in the Chinese bankers and the Mexican cartel in this mafia of sort, this mafia coalition of sort. Anyway, very interesting, and I think it will shape the streets in America. As I said, I used to rent to a lot of young black drug dealers. It would be some way for them to help pay their rent and things like this. Coming out of Zero Hedge, a lot of people have expressed some frustration about how the welfare people are able to get a lot of benefits while everyone else seemingly has to work very hard. And as I said, there seems to be a shift in America. And let's take a look at this article coming out of Zero Hedge. Northern California County voters. Let me minimize the page here. Northern California voters on track to approve drug testing welfare recipients. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Let me see if I can get this over a little bit for you. So you can see that. Let me minimize the page a little bit. And, all right, here we go. They want to approve drug testing welfare applicants, San Joaquin County. I'm not sure where that is. I'm going to have to minimize the page just a little more. And let me see if that works. Let me see if that works. You can let me know if you can see this. I'll transition it. All right, San Joaquin County voters are on track to approve ballot measure R, which will require those who receive benefits from the county to submit to drug screening and potentially treatments. There will be some exemptions for people with children as well as those over the age of 65, but definitely a shift here in the way that people are looking at welfare. Lindy Lou, you joined. Okay, let me see if I can add you to the screen here. And let's see, Lindy Lou. Let me see how it works here. Assign to another source. All right, Lindy Lou. Let me see. Lindy Lou, you should be on the screen somewhere. Let me see. You should be up here somewhere, Lindy Lou. Let's see, where is it, collab cam? Okay, yeah, you are up here. And let me see if I can put you here. And I'll put you right here, Lindy Lou. And I'll transition you. All right. Lindy Lou, are you able to hear me here? Let me make sure you're able to hear or see me. Are you even able to see me here? Let's see. Lindy Lou. Assigned to source. Collab cam. Okay, good. All right. All right. Show on stream. Lindy Lou. And there you go. Lindy Lou, are you able to hear me on the screen? Is anyone able to hear Lindy Lou? No, I can't hear you, Lindy Lou. Let's see. No, I can't hear you at all, Lindy Lou. Let me hear you say something. Let me see if I have your volume up. Your collab cam, the mic settings. Make sure I have your properties correct on your mic. I think I do. I think I do. Oh, maybe. Let's see.
Testing John
Can you
Galt.
say something here?
Testing John Galt. Testing, testing.
All right. One of these things was Streamlab here. We're going to have to work this out. Yesterday we were able to figure it out, or the other day we were able to figure it out with Orlando Jones. Lindy Lou, make sure you're not on mute
I
or
can hear
anything.
Portia. I can hear you. I just can't hear John.
I can't hear you guys. Okay, let me see.
Portia, can you hear me?
We can hear Lindy. Someone says they can hear Lindy Lou.
Testing John. Testing.
That's interesting. Why can't I?
Portia, I can hear you. I can't hear John.
Let me turn her up.
Hey, Portia.
Turn her volume up.
We just can't hear John, or he can't hear us.
Undo, unmute.
Good.
Okay.
Trying to get this figured out, huh? John can't hear us. It's a lot.
Lindy Lou, are you able to hear me?
He's going, Lindy Lou.
That's interesting, Lindy Lou. Well, Portia's not here anymore, so I think
Yes,
I'll
she
assign
is.
Lindy Lou her collab cam source. I can add Portia back, though. I can do that as well. Let's see, another guest is joining. Let's see what it says here. Lindy Lou, hide on stream. Lindy Lou. Damn, that is interesting. Share video source. Let me see if you can share this. Let's see, maybe it's that. Hey, Lindy Lou, are you able to hear me?
Can you hear me?
That's freaking weird. Let's
Can you hear me? Testing, John. Testing, testing.
Hey, Lindy Lou, is your camera on?
No. Nope.
Interesting how they can hear Lindy Lou, but I can't hear her. That's freaking weird. Let's see.
Yes, ma'am. John, you can't hear us.
Weird. I don't know how to resolve this. That is freaking weird. Let's see. I'm gonna open source properties. Lindy Lou, are you saying anything here? Let's see. Okay.
No, we are. Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is, Lindy. Let's see. Let me try this. Okay, I'm gonna add a collab cam here.
I hear.
Let's see. Add collab cam, and maybe I'll be able to hear you with the new one here. Let's see. Collab cam. Yes. Add source. And I'll set up the properties here. Lindy Lou, collab cam. That should work. Alright, let's see. And Lindy Lou here. This is interesting.
Can't because I've been saying testing. He's not responding back.
Transition.
Can you?
Hey, Lindy Lou, is anyone able to hear
Right.
you guys? Can you hear Lindy Lou?
Hey, Portia, can he hear you? I don't think he can hear you either.
Lindy Lou say anything?
He can't hear. Okay, so he can't hear either one of us.
This is weird. Let me see. No, that's not it. Man, I'm gonna have to give me a beer on this one. Get me drinking early in the morning. Lindy Lou, I don't know what the hell happened here.
And can the people on the stream hear you?
We'll see what he did last time.
Okay, so maybe because you guys are the host.
Back here. Portia, I don't even know how you still here. Someone says they don't see you, Portia. They don't hear you, Portia.
Okay.
That's interesting. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see. What the hell? Anyway.
Portia, they said they can hear John and me alone, but not you, Portia.
Weird.
But see, the thing about it is, you guys, John can't hear me.
One collab cam, and I think I removed you. Let's see, Portia. I don't think you're here. Maybe you're.
Maybe, hey, Portia, maybe we should jump out and then.
Anyway, I have no idea what the hell is going on here. So back.
I'm gonna get out too. Okay.
Lindy Lou, you're probably still here, though you maybe not be able to see much there. Anyway, so back to this article here. San Joaquin County considering getting rid of welfare, and that should be interesting. Getting drug testing for welfare. You'll see here the ordinance is intended to help address the overdose epidemic by requiring individuals who receive assistance and have been professionally evaluated and determined to need treatment to participate in drug abuse treatment programs. 2 to 3 people a week are dying of overdoses from fentanyl, and this is one way that they see fit in trying to stem the drug problem there. If it doesn't work, John, just don't worry about it. Yeah, we do have to figure this out. It is very interesting. Anyway, it probably distracted me, guys. Trying my best. The last time we did this, I think we struggled with it, but we were able to get Universal up there. All right, so getting some more news coming out of Washington, D.C. As I said, the schools are likely the battlegrounds. And I had a buddy just the other day, and he came to me with some bullshit propaganda. And he's a landlord here in D.C., and he says, man, with 91% of people voting for Kamala, I may have to move out of the city. And I've long said that, a lot of times the biggest issue facing people when they live in these inner cities is that they can't afford the physical dangers, the emotional traumas of allowing their children to go to these inner city schools. The blacks more or less commandeered the schools with their bad behavior. The English as a second language people have commandeered the schools with their need for resources. And so a middle class kid, he's just he's left out in the cold. There's really no school. They're really focusing on a middle class child's struggles of education there. And so here coming out of Arlington County, which is a very affluent county out, someone says they see Lindy Lou now. How the hell was that? I don't see her. Let me see if I can do that. Properties Lindy Lou, share video source, Anchor 300. Lindy Lou, chime in if you want to say something here. Someone says they see, oh, now she's gone. Okay, I don't know what's up. All right, so coming out of Arlington County, which is right outside of D.C., one of the more affluent counties in America. There's where the Pentagon, Amazon, and all the big government federal contractors are located. And so not surprisingly, a lot of the big government people, the ones that make quite a bit of money, live in Arlington. So let me share with you what's coming out of Arlington for the people that can afford to move out of D.C. and don't want to move to PG County, the richest black county in America. Here's what's going on in Arlington. Let me share that with you. Here it is. And we should get this video coming up here.
University Hospital.
I'll suffer through the video for you, but this is basically about a school here in Washington, D.C. In Arlington, Virginia. And
Academic Medical Center, GW Hospital's mission.
This is it right here.
A teaching assistant from an Arlington high school is accused of soliciting sex from a student. 31-year-old
There goes their beard again.
Daryl Ramsey worked as an instructional assistant at Wakefield High School. Investigators are also asking anyone who may have had an inappropriate encounter with Ramsey to contact them. He's been placed on administrative leave.
And it makes you wonder, when the hell was he doing in a school in Arlington County? And I bet those people have questions as well. And they're going to have to figure that out, because they can't let their property values in their county go to shit by this guy and people like this. And the long welfare handoff of these school, more or less patronage jobs here. And another article again coming out of D.C. that shows you it's not about location. It's really about the level of certain people that you have in your neighborhood, because it really serves to destroy everything. We've been served this propaganda that it's about location. Well, location may be important, because location more or less keeps certain people out by the property values, by the prices. But really the biggest determinant of the type of neighborhood you're going to have, everyone must be honest, is the number of black people. And that's something, unfortunately, that I've seen over the years, and it's not something that I take pleasure out of discussing. You know, oftentimes when we're on the stream, we have big panels up there, and very few of the people on the panel live in black neighborhoods. They can talk about lofty goals and things that should be done, but they're more or less talking from afar. My lady friend, she lives in Springfield, Virginia, nice area, Alexandria County or whatever it is. Nice area, you know, no crime, no violence. At best, they may have a car break-in or something like that. And here we are, you know, but if you ask her to live in the ghetto, she's not going to do it. If you ask her to live around black people, she's not going to do it. But she's a strong black proponent of blacks. And there is this contradiction in that they know that they cannot live around black people. They can't go be the man in the arena like John Galt, but they can make judgments from afar, and it's oftentimes what you see here. But when you do live among the black people, then there are things that, you know, the people that in the suburbs, the ones that have been able to escape living around blacks, here's some of the things that they encounter here. And let's see what we have here. Oh yeah, nice. And this is kind of like the Democrat coalition that fell apart in the election here. And this is coming again out of Northwest D.C., where most of the affluent people, the official Washington, D.C., where they live. And here, we'll watch the video here first, if the ads don't overwhelm us. And then we'll read the article, take a look. What the hell is going on here?
Hi, everybody, welcome in tonight. And we start with a Fox 5 exclusive. A mother speaking out after D.C. police arrest two teenage boys, charging them with robbing her son.
Brian Smith was a well-known DJ and hairstylist who was robbed and beaten to death in Northwest D.C. Our Shamari Stone first broke the story. He spoke with Brian's mother tonight.
Tonight, these two suspects are just 14 and 16 years old. We talked to Brian Smith's mother, and she tells me that she is happy about the arrest, but devastated that her son is gone. Brian Smith was...
What the hell? Oh, an ad, I tell you, in the middle of the damn video. Amazing. All right. And we'll skip this ad.
.39 years old, a beloved DJ and hairstylist. Police believe the two suspects beat, robbed, and left him for dead after he was walking home on T Street Northwest. Around 5 o'clock in the morning, October 27th, he died after spending a week in a coma. His family says the suspect stole his cell phone and wallet containing his credit cards. Tonight, detectives telling us they have video evidence of the suspects, and police say they were able to track the two teens because they allegedly used stolen cell phones and credit cards. Tonight, in an exclusive interview, Brian Smith's mother talks about the arrest.
I was so happy. I was afraid it would drag on or would never happen. So I'm extremely, extremely happy. I'm really sad about the age of the boys. I'm angry. I'm very angry. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to anyways. I think the parents should be held responsible also. There's no way those children should.
Stanley talks about parenting all the time. Here this woman is afraid to say, I think the parents should be held accountable. Why is she so afraid? Very interesting why she's so afraid. Very interesting. Let's see. We have Portia J trying to join again. Let me play the rest of this video down. I'll work with bringing Portia up. Give me 1 second, Portia.
Been out on the streets doing this sort of stuff. Where are their parents?
She definitely wants a sense of closure. Now, police believe that these two teens also assaulted and robbed 3 other people in 3 separate attacks after they allegedly robbed and beat Brian Smith. Now, one of those victims says that he is happy that police made the arrest. Meanwhile, Brian Smith's mother demands justice. Now, the two teens are only charged as of now with robbing Brian Smith. They are not charged in his death. Why, you ask? Well, D.C. police are waiting for the medical examiner's autopsy report to determine the exact cause of death. Meanwhile, this investigation is continuing and more charges could be coming.
Either way it goes, no matter how many charges they can saddle these kids with, they're going to be out of prison in 6 or 7 years. D.C. can't keep them beyond, I think, 21, 22. So this guy, he lost his life. But one of the things I'm not sure if it was mentioned in this article, in this video, is that this guy was gay. In other words, he was a member of, the Democrat coalition.
Shamari Stone,
he probably
back
was
to
one
you.
of the guys that voted for Kamala just like the blacks. And the blacks end up killing him, and they're not even going to be punished for it. So let's take a look at the article and see if there's anything of note in the article that was mentioned. And we'll see if we can focus on here. Let's see. Press conference. There are suspects in 3 other robberies. Said they believe the suspects robbed him as he walked home. What's interesting again is that this robbery took place right where Roscoe and I did a live stream. This robbery also took place right where the little girl was killed over the sweet and sour sauce.
In Northern Virginia, a 12-week-old puppy was stolen from a pet store.
Yeah, this happened 1 month ago.
Pause there for a second. All right. And so I'm not sure if there's anything else of interest in this article. Let's hear what the police chief had to say. She said her son fought hard for life. Problems in his lung developed, and a decision was made to remove him from life support. 500 block of T Street, robbed of his home phone, wallet, and credit cards. And here's what they said. They killed my son over a credit card with a very low balance and a cell phone. These people have taken away my whole life. Shortly after the attack, police said there's suspects, the teens, assaulted and attempted to rob others in the 1900 block of 14th Street. That's right where Roscoe and I We're live streaming. Investigators say the teens robbed a person in another block of Vermont Avenue and Rhode Island Avenue. This is all within the same location. And let's see what the police chief has to say here. I'm sure she has some strong words for these teens. And of course, we got the customary ad 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chief Pamela Smith, Chief of Police of the Metropolitan Police Department here in the District of Columbia. I am joined today by Deputy Mayor Lindsay Appiah, Public Safety and Justice Deputy Mayor, also Assistant Chief Ramey Kyle, who is the Bureau Chief of our Investigative Services Bureau, as well as Commander Michael Pulliam, who is also the commander of our 3rd District. We are here today to announce the arrest of 2 suspects responsible for a series of robberies in this community on Sunday, October 27th, including the robbery of 39-year-old Brian Smith, who was walking home in the 500 block of T Street Northwest. On behalf of the Metropolitan Police Department, as well as myself, I extend my deepest condolences to Mr. Smith's family, as well as his friends. While nothing can undo this senseless loss, we hope today's arrest offers some measure of justice and a step toward healing. We are here to send a very clear message today. If you commit violence in our city, we will find you and we will hold you accountable. We take every act of violence seriously. In every investigation, this case and beyond, we use every tool and technique at our disposal to bring perpetrators to justice and to protect our community. Our detectives and investigators work tirelessly with one shared goal, and that is ensuring that those who harm others face the full weight of accountability. To those who commit crimes, we will find you. We will hold you accountable. Let these arrests serve as a warning. If you choose to endanger the safety of our community, you will face the consequences. Now I will turn it over to Assistant Chief Ramey Kyle, who will provide more details with respect to this investigation.
Good morning. I'm Ramey Kyle, Assistant Chief of Investigative Services Bureau. At 5 a.m. on Sunday, October 27th, 3rd District officers responded to the report of an unconscious person in the 500 block of T Street Northwest. Officers located Brian Smith unresponsive on a sidewalk. Smith was transported to an area hospital where he was admitted for treatment of critical injuries. There was no evidence.
Wait a minute. They're not saying what hospital he went to. This motherfucker might have went to Howard University. Oh, shit. This motherfucker could have died of sepsis, a bacteria infection, anything.
Of a crime on T Street. At that time, our officers and detectives did not know.
This is right by Howard University. Like, that would have been the closest hospital they would have taken him to. Man, oh man.
Smith's identity, as he was located without any form of identification. His identity was learned later that day after friends and family reported him missing. Our detectives soon determined that Smith had been robbed shortly before being found unconscious. And video footage of the suspects was located in the vicinity of the 500 block of T Street Northwest. The detectives pieced together that those same suspects were linked to 3 similar robberies that occurred shortly after Smith was discovered. The first was an assault with intent to commit robbery that occurred around 5:50 a.m. in the 1900 block of 14th Street Northwest, where suspects approached multiple victims, assaulted them, but fled without obtaining any property.
These are teens, by the way.
This offense was captured on surveillance cameras, and that footage was released to the public to aid in our investigation. The next offense occurred just minutes later at approximately 5:55 a.m. in the 1800 block of Vermont Avenue Northwest. The suspects demanded and successfully obtained the victim's property and fled in a vehicle. The victim here was not injured. The final offense occurred at approximately 7:22 a.m. in the 900 block of Rhode Island Avenue Northeast. There, the suspects demanded and successfully obtained property from another victim and fled the same vehicle. The victim here also was not injured. For the last 2 weeks, our detectives have worked around the clock investigating these cases. They canvassed a wide area around each offense, uncovering video footage critical to identifying the suspects. We were also able to track cell phones taken in the robberies and monitor transactions made on stolen credit cards. All those efforts paid off early Thursday morning when our investigators closed in on a 14-year-old suspect. The 14-year-old was located asleep in a stolen vehicle.
14, sleep in a stolen car. God damn. God damn. Oh man, you know, we had a black man here, went to prison, and I'm gonna look this shit up. Oh man, I'm gonna look this shit up. Give me a minute.
Vehicle and was arrested without incident. Later Thursday, we located a second suspect, a 16-year-old who was also arrested without incident. Both suspects are charged with 3 counts of robbery and 1 count of assault with intent.
At least the 16-year-old wasn't asleep. Goddamn, that's all you can say for him. Hey, at least he was awake, ready to go out and do some more robbing. Professional criminal. Get up early in the morning.
Intent to commit robbery. They face additional charges for unlawful use of a vehicle, fraud.
Did you hear that? Unlawful use of vehicle. What the fuck is that? Is someone like, what? How do you explain what the hell is unlawful use of a vehicle? Anyone got an idea what the fuck that is? You ever lawfully gave somebody you didn't know the right to use your vehicle? Nigga, that's code word for they stole this man's vehicle. They stole somebody's vehicle, and then they went to sleep in that motherfucker.
Receiving stolen property and unlawful possession of ammunition. Tragically, Mr. Smith succumbed to his injuries on Thursday, November 7th. His death is still under investigation. Additional charges may be brought depending on the results of additional testing requested by the Northern Virginia Medical Examiner's Office. Many detectives put in a lot of work into this extensive investigation, and I would like to especially thank the 3rd District Detectives Unit for their efforts from the very beginning of this investigation. With that, I will now turn it back over to Chief Smith.
Thank you, Chief Kyle. What I want to also say is that these offenses are unfortunately another incident where we see young people turning to a crime of violence. It is always
Young people, teens. What other words they call rascals? Maybe they call them rascals before this is over.
always and has been my top priority to continue our efforts with working with and engaging our youth, and we will continue to work with our government
Forgot about that one, youth.
partners and our community to put forth whatever measures we need to ensure that our young people are moving in the right direction. As you heard, cameras played a critical role in solving this crime. That's why we continue to urge members of our community, business owners, to please register your cameras or your security cameras with
Register your camera with these ghetto ass people right here. Shit.
Camera Connect DC, so that we can build out our network. The faster we're able to track down critical investigative leads, the quicker we are to bring a lot of these cases to closure. I also want to address some concerns we heard from the community in the last few weeks. There is no indication at this time that these 4 robbery cases were motivated by hate or bias. There is no connection between these.
Now, you understand what she's saying here? She's saying that these young black men been out here robbing gay people. But I just want to let you know they ain't robbing because they black, because they gay. No, don't draw that conclusion. They did not do that because they're gay. That's what she's saying. She's out here covering and coping for her nieces and nephews out here robbing people. That's effectively what the fuck is going on. It's going to be a hard time for the Democrats to square it. Blacks with their anti-gay hatred and their criminality with the LGBT community. You can't put them all up on the same tent. The blacks will start robbing the LGBTs.
Offenses and a potentially hate-motivated assault that occurred earlier that morning in the 1900 block of 14th Street Northwest. I'd again like to express my condolences to the family and my gratitude and appreciation to our detectives who worked tirelessly to bring this case to a closure. At this time, I'll take any questions you may have. Yes, sir. Oh, Mark, I'm sorry. Mark.
Can you tell us about the weapon that was used? You mentioned finding ammunition with him. I think we heard that he suffered trauma to the head, Mr. Smith. Can you tell us what weapon was used, if it was recovered?
I'll have Chief Kyle answer that question. I don't think we had any weapon recoveries at this point
Just the
in our
bullets.
investigation. As you know, even though we've conducted the investigation that led to the arrest, we're still doing in-depth investigation
Just
with
the
respect to
bullets.
what occurred with Mr. Brian Smith, as well as the other robbery victims. No, there were.
You know, yesterday we were talking quite a bit about weaves and shit like that. And I just noticed that tarantula looking thing hanging off the top of this woman's head. Can you see that? You see the woman in the back of the chief? What in the hell is this on her head? She would look better off just wearing her shit short like the chief. Whatever you got, lady, would look better than this thing on your head.
But there was no gun used.
Look at the look on her face. Wait a minute. Did you hear that? Listen, what did you say?
We did find ammunition in the vehicle.
Huh? Hey, what?
At this point in our investigation, as you know, even though we've conducted the investigation that led to the arrest, we're still doing in-depth investigation with respect to what occurred with Mr. Brian Smith, as well as the other robbery victims.
The other gay robbery victims. Was a gun used there?
No, there was no gun used.
No gun used.
Find ammunition.
In other words, they beat him to death. They beat him to death.
You had mentioned the importance of the video in these cases here. In the case of the robbery of Brian Smith, what did the video show that could have possibly led to his injuries? And is there enough evidence at this point to move forward with possible murder charges?
Well, as you know, a lot of these cases are under investigation. They have to be presented to the U.S. Attorney's Office or the Office of Attorney General in this case because they're juveniles for further investigation.
She can't tell you what that video showed. That video showed too much of the truth. That video shows you that regardless of location, it doesn't matter where you are, your safety is almost in direct correlation with the percentage of young black people out here committing a crime in your inner. That's what she can't tell you. Maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she's stupid. She probably ain't done much policing in her life. She could be stupid, ignorant, and not know. But I know. Right? 'Cause I deal with these people. I deal with their mammies who raised them.
Investigation, so I won't go into the details of what was on the video. But as
why not? Why won't she go? You think if it was the Proud Boys out here beating up black people or homosexuals, she wouldn't go into the details of what was on that video? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. This is what is plaguing so many communities all over America. Show the video. Let us see what these people are doing out here. It's only fair. It's only right.
we stated earlier, in particular with this case, we have not yet made a determination based on the results that we're waiting from the Virginia OCME's office with respect to how Mr. Smith actually succumbed to his injuries.
Show us how he got hurt then, goddammit. If you're not going to say these niggas killed him, because it could have been Howard, they're fucked up. That's the only two people involved in this was Howard University Hospital, more than likely, which is Howard University Hospital is directly behind this woman, you know, a few blocks over, where the man was beaten up. He could have been, he more than likely was taken to Howard. It was black run hospital. People have died in there of sepsis and all kind of damn bacteria infections when they went in for a damn broke leg. So it very well could be the case that they misdiagnosed the man, probably thought he was drunk, when he had all kind of bruises on his head and treated him as a drunk. That happened before here. So it's very possible that they so damn incompetent, they figured, well, it's early morning, he must have been drunk.
The Office of Chief Medical Examiner of Virginia, why are they handling that case?
I believe Mr. Smith was transported to Virginia for further...
Wait a minute. Did you hear that? They transferred him out of D.C. to Virginia for treatment. He was right around the corner from Howard. I wonder who made that decision.
medical treatment, which is where he succumbed to his injuries.
Okay. Was there an issue with D.C. hospitals at the time or something?
No.
What was the reason why?
I don't know the reasons with respect to that.
What? You took that man, you passed 2 or 3 hospitals to take him all the way to Virginia. What? What? Does that make sense to anybody? What? Black run America here, incompetence on top of incompetence will get you killed every time.
You probably have to speak with his family. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Well, so you had to speak with his family. Did his family make that decision in his dying hour that we don't want him treated by Howard University or GW to damn near kill my mother and said we're going to take him all the way to Virginia? Oh, boy. That says a lot. I did not know that they took this man all the way to Virginia. Oh, my God, it's at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes when he was right around the corner. Man, let me pull this shit up. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. Let me show you where this man went to the hospital versus where he was injured. DJ killed DC. And we're gonna look at the map, and we're gonna show you how far they transported this man, right? And let me see if I can find the map. Where is this guy? I know exactly where it was. 14th and U. That's more or less the general area. DC. All right, that's where he was killed. This is the map, right? And we're gonna say go maps, and we're gonna go from 14th and U to the closest hospital in Virginia. Just pick one. Probably gotta be, I don't know. Amazing. He went to Alexandria. One of the directions. 14th and U. I want to go to the hospital. And we're going to see what we got here. Let me share my screen with you guys. All right, so you see my screen. This little red dot, this is where he was killed here. Let me zoom out. This is where he was attacked, more or less. And you can zoom out, and you zoom in here. Let me zoom out. See, you see where he is. He's deep inside of DC here. There are no highways and things like that that run in DC. And here would be the closest hospital, right here, right? In Virginia, this is the closest hospital. Now, where is the closest hospital to him? I think this may be the closest hospital. Let's see, Howard University Hospital. Howard University Hospital, here. Look at there, look at there, look at there. How far is that? It's 7-minute bike ride. 7-minute bike ride. You see that? Can everyone see that on the screen what I'm showing you here? Look, he got beat up right here. The closest hospital was where? Right there. 7 blocks away. He was on 14th Street. This is 7th Street. This is the hospital right here. You can see it. Let me zoom in. Howard University Hospital. Right here. Right. Howard University Hospital. You can all see that, right? You can all see that. Pull it over a little bit. And you can all see that there. Howard University Hospital right there. The man was attacked right here, basically, 14th Street. They could have taken him there. It would have been 5 minutes in a car. But they took this man all the way to Virginia. Why did they do that? I know why they did. I can't say for sure. But they took that man all the way here. He was beaten up all the way over here. Hospital right there. Amazing. Truly amazing. I did not know this after watching this. This is really amazing. Wow. Anyway, so I think that tells you something there about what happened here. Let's go back to the video here and see what else they have to say here. That's amazing, man. That is really amazing.
Morning, Chief. I know you shared that the attacks themselves were not connected. And speaking with the suspects, did they share a motive or why they chose to do
At this point, they have not. I think one of the individuals did identify himself on one of the videos, which also led to us making the arrest.
I know you also mentioned, I believe you said a 14-year-old suspect was found in a car in the early morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know if he had guardians? Was he someone that was unhoused, or his situation?
So both of these individuals.
Was he unhoused? Hadamati. Was he unhoused? What the fuck is that? He's 14 years old. Was he supposed to have his own apartment?
So our DC residents, these young children are DC residents. I'm sure they have parents. We have made some contact with one of the individuals, guardian or parent, but we're still continuing.
No, J-Dub, they found him in a stolen car, sleep. Not the car that he robbed the man. He didn't rob the man for a car. He robbed somebody else for a car. He took that and went to sleep. And that's what the police found.
With the investigation with respect to the who, what, when, where, and why these young people are out. And I've said it on many occasions, young people should be at home, and they should be parentified.
Parentified. Let me Google that word. What she said, parentified? Is that a word? Is that a word? Parentified? There's a word for parentification. I don't know if parentified is a word. Oh, I guess it is. What the fuck? When did that word come about? Typically, it occurs when a child takes on parental responsibility for their siblings. So he should have been parentification of his children, or even their parents, taking care of a sibling or parent physically. What? So she used it wrong. She's saying that the boy should have been parenting his parents or his children. He should have been at home parenting his mama. Fuck he doing out here robbing cars? He needs some parents to take care of. Man, these people, they just be calling the words sometimes. Put a dictionary in front of them, let them pick some words, and they just call them all out in random order.
By an adult to ensure they know where their children are. DC residents, these young children are DC residents. I'm sure they have parents. We have made some contact with one of the individuals, guardian or parent, but we're still continuing with the investigation with respect to the who, what, when, where, and why these young people are out. And I've said it on many occasions, young people should be at home, and they should be parentified.
What if you don't have a parent? You just got a guardian. Should you be guardianified? Is that a word? Guardianified.
By an adult to ensure they know where their children are at all times.
Have these two suspects had interaction with police in the past, from your knowledge?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. We ain't caught them yet. It ain't that they ain't done anything criminal. They just ain't caught these little niggas.
Because they're juveniles.
Okay. Okay. Because they're juveniles, I can't tell you how many times they've been arrested.
Cannot provide that information.
That's right. Man, these people are totally ridiculous, man. Do you think John Galt will be out here dancing and bullshitting like that? Hell no. I showed you niggas. The video too, everything getting seen. They did it. They probably posted this shit on Twitter if they could have gotten away with it. So show it, lady. Let us see what comes out of these sisters. They voted 93% for Kamala Harris. Let us see what they creating.
Us as juveniles. Thank you. You're welcome.
So just to clarify, did either of them have prior arrest records, either the 14-year-old or the 16-year-old?
As I stated to the...
Bitch, I can't tell you. They little niggas. They're protected.
Other reported that we're unable to provide that information.
That's correct.
Because they're juveniles.
Juvenile, they children, babies, youth, rascals, teens.
Did either arrestee have involvement with other DC agencies prior to
I still can't speak to that because they're juveniles.
I can't tell you shit. I gotta protect these niggas at all costs. I need this job.
Any other questions? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chief. Just to follow up here, you had mentioned that there's no evidence of a crime on T Street regarding the case of Brian Smith. Can you describe the nature of his injuries?
I cannot describe the nature.
I can't tell you nothing what these niggas just did. Don't you get the message? These little niggas are going to be protected at all costs. And in 4 or 5 years, they'll be back out here bigger, faster, stronger, and knock your ass out again.
Of his injuries, again, that's still a part of the investigation, which will help us to build out the case if there are other charges that we may lodge against these young individuals.
Young individuals, teens, youth.
Will say is that the cameras did help us determine who the individuals were.
I bet you they showed the video and the arrest photo, it'd be all kind of white folks coming out of the woodwork. Yo, that little nigga robbed me too. Yo, that little nigga robbed me too. That is one of the reasons why they hide them. Nobody ever thought about that. If they showed the pictures of these young boys, there'll be other gays, homosexuals that didn't report their crime, but then would say, yo, you know what? That look like a little nigga that robbed me. And then they would have proof of them using somebody's credit card. And they'll be these boys probably got hundreds of robberies under their belt. You saw where we did that live stream, all kind of yuppie whites walking up and down the street with poor blacks lurking across the street like predators waiting to pounce.
And they did show that he was assaulted by those suspects.
Again, I cannot get into the details of it because that's a part of the case.
The only thing we ever hear about this is how many years they got in child protective services. The violence, the vengeance, the hatred they had in their heart. The man gone. He can't tell us nothing now. And they're not going to let us know what he said if he was able to say anything. And so the truth will never get out. And she can't say it because she want to keep her job. This woman probably making $300,000 a year. Do you think she can make that kind of money anywhere else in the world? So she get up here and lie, ignore the truth, leave everyone else, her mama, anybody, in jeopardy and harm these little Negroes, just so she can make a living. No one can be honest.
So I would suggest that we wait until this case moves forward with the Attorney General's office.
Did it at least show the evidence of a robbery of Brian Smith?
It led us to believe that these two individuals committed the robbery of Mr. Brian Smith. Yes. Yes. And thank you for that question, Mark. You know, one of the things that I did just recently was that I assigned a commander to oversee our district investigations division, and what that will do is help us to really look at a lot of the pattern robberies that we've been seeing in these areas, and they will be focused on doing just that across our
Pattern robberies.
city. In this area in particular, we have managed to put up additional cameras in this location. We have also, and I'll use this, extended a traffic box in certain areas of Houston.
The fuck is the traffic box gonna do to this man's life? He wasn't killed by a car, was it? Was he run over by a car in the crosswalk?
U Street specifically on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. We are now using our drones as an opportunity.
Drones, traffic boxes. People, we got about 4 more minutes in this video. Do you think she'll ever say the word black? One time. Just black. Just say it. Would she utter the word black?
Opportunity to really get a pictorial view of what's happening in this particular community, and we're also making sure that our Falcon is up whenever we hear a report of any robbery. So we are very intentional about our robbery suppression initiative being launched in this area, especially on nights where we've seen patterns of robberies occurring in this community. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's asking, do they use drones proactively? So apparently DC is now using drones proactively to fight crime here. What's up, Snowman? Imagine these white men serving for an LGBT queen. How much do they have to pay these men to work for this woman?
Right. Right. And so when you think about U Street, I don't know if you've been down here on Fridays or Saturday nights, but it's pretty crowded, and the crowd is really large and really thick. And so
What she's talking about is the black crowd comes in from PG County, which formerly was the richest black suburb county in America, and they come into DC to party on U Street. And they party and they fight. I'll show you guys some of that if you don't believe me. But this is what she's talking about. And then they start robbing people. This is where the sweet and sour girl was killed. Remember the little cute sweet and sour girl? 14 years old? Killed over sweet and sour sauce by her friend. This is where she was killed right here, what they're talking about.
in an effort for us to really manage the crowds in that space, and to also help us to make a decision as to when we need to close the roadways and open the roadways up. It gives us an aerial view of what we're seeing, but it also gives us the opportunity to be able to respond to it, and I'll say by air, with our Falcon, to areas where we know that there are pattern robberies taking place within a split second. It is a new use of the drone, and we will continue to use whatever technology that we have to ensure that we are fighting crime here in the District of Columbia. Yes, sir.
Chief, you started by saying this is another instance of young people being involved with violence. Sometimes we hear that young people get involved because they specifically don't think they'll face serious criminal charges because they're underage. What's your message to young people who think that? What's your message to the community regarding that?
Well, I hope that, and not just today, but I mean, this team, I commend the Metropolitan Police Department in every district. They work very tirelessly whenever we are engaged in a pattern robbery of crimes or any crimes that are occurring across our city. And we saw an uptick, if you will, or an increase of juveniles engaged in a lot of criminal activity last year. We've seen that kind of come down a little bit this year, but it's still not where we need young people to be. And my message to young people is what I said at the beginning. If you commit a violent crime here in this city, we will find you and we will hold you accountable. Thank you, everyone.
One note in this area, because we talk about whole of government response. So one of the things that happens in this community, and
there you go. This is the sister who probably works in the community relations department of the police department. She's going to say, you know, this is takes a full governmental response. How many basketball goals and recreation centers were built? We need more rec centers. We need, what they call that shit, a 360-degree wraparound services for these people. Ain't much. I'm just predicting it. Here she goes.
Miss not to recognize our partners at DPW, DDOT, CSOSA, ABCA, Fire EMS that are out every Friday and Saturday night, and then on Sunday nights, really working together to do enforcement, to help with crowd management, all in this corridor and also in the Connecticut Avenue corridor, our two real heavy nightlife corridors. So we believe in a whole of government response. Certainly MPD takes the lead, but it takes really all of us on Fridays and Saturday nights to manage what's happening down here. So we want to make sure that we recognize the efforts of our government partners as well. Thanks.
And there is that. That is a tepid response, nowhere near approaching what the problem is about the crime and the violence in these black communities. It's just more of the same here, and it's kind of what you get there. Here's another, more of the same, coming out of my neighborhood, and you won't believe this here, man. This is truly amazing. Lady walking home, I saw this, and I couldn't believe it. Let me see if I can share that. Give me 1 second. And this is coming from right near a couple of my properties here. Lady walking home, and this is truly amazing. You know, if you talk about what is the leading cause of property values to go up or down, imagine how much this would cause you to want to put your house on the market and sell, or decide not to rent in a place like this. I want to share with you a video coming out. Again, this is Northwest DC. We've done live streams here where some of these people are paying $3,000 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. And this lady lived, this is a very affluent neighborhood in Northwest DC. Nothing's cheap up there. And then we see if you can see this video here. You can see this video. Yeah, it's amazing. And I'm sure there's an ad somewhere to be played. And there it is. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm going to skip this ad. Let's go.
Turning now to Fox 5's continuing coverage of D.C., a city under siege. A frightening attack in Northwest leaves a woman shaken up and serves as a reminder to be aware of your surroundings. It was all caught on camera, and Fox 5 has an exclusive video. We want to get out to Melanie Albert. She joins us now live from the 3rd District Police Station with more. And hopefully the release of this video, Melanie, will help in this investigation.
Hey guys, so we are actually here on Lamont Street with the scene of this latest attack. Now I want to show you, this is data from DC crime cards. And you can see this is where we're standing right now. Take a look at all of the robberies that have happened, 13 of them in the last 3 months within 1,000 feet of this area. You can see here, 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 and here. What was taken, we're talking about things like wallets, iPhones, headphones. And as you're about to see in this exclusive security camera video, what was also taken was people's sense of safety. Now, if you look closely, just seconds before that, you can see the suspect following and then moving in on the victim. The police report says the assailant put the woman in a chokehold, then put a gun to the right side of her head and demanded she give him everything. Now, that was 7:05.
Let's play that again. I want you to see this again.
5 p.m. in the 1200 block of Lamont. Now, if you look closely,
see him as you see the guy. He's coming up behind her. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, make sure you can see this here. He's coming directly up behind her. We're gonna back it up 1 second here. Let's see.
Just seconds before that,
You'll be able to see him coming up right behind her here.
Now, if you look closely, just seconds before that, you can see the suspect following and then moving in on the victim. The police report says the assailant put the woman in a chokehold, then put a gun to the right side of her head and demanded she give him everything. Now, that was 7:05 p.m. in the 1200 block of Lamont Street. D.C. police say the woman was not injured, but her purse, wallet, credit cards, and Apple earbuds were taken. They'll look out for a man wearing a shiny...
Nigga took the earbuds out of her ears. Earwax and all. I take all of that shit.
Dark blue jacket, black hoodie, and black pants. D.C. police say the suspect was last seen heading eastbound on Kenyon Street. So just last week, in early November, we also had similar robberies on Kenyon Street and also on 11th Street. Now, we do know that violent crime is down in the city by 35%. But again, we're still talking about 3,000 or so incidents. And certainly whenever you have incidents like this, Marissa, happening, it really does.
It's down because no one's reporting. I know I've heard of people shit. I've shown you text messages of women getting robbed, and they don't even report it. They're like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna move on. I'm in an Airbnb. I just go somewhere else and just get the hell on up out of here. I've shown you text messages, right? And I would probably venture to argue that most of the people that get robbed don't even report it. I bet you most of the people that get robbed in DC don't report it. If you lose your phone, your earbuds, you know, nigga wants your earbuds. Are you gonna go report that shit? The police probably you gotta go to the police station. They're not gonna come to you. He's gone. They don't respond to crimes if the criminal is not there. So if someone robbed you, they'll come if he's still robbing you. But once he's gone, they're gonna say, hey, is the criminal still there? He's not? Okay, well, what the hell you want us to do? Come look for him? No, it don't work like that. Come down here, fill out a report, give us a description, and then we'll look for him. They're not going to come to you and then start scouring the neighborhood. Now, it don't work that way.
Let's show you that things can happen anytime, anywhere, and neighbors now are all, again, like I said, telling each other to be careful. And certainly disturbing.
One skinny one and one with nobody at all there.
And Melly, we thank you so much. And hopefully, like I said, that video will help. It's 9:05. We want to switch.
What video? We didn't see what he looked like. Anyone seen the video what he looked like? Let me see if I can add someone to the stage now. Let's see if anyone wants to add to the stage. I'm going to resize myself just a little bit. And so I can add someone. How about that? Looks like someone is joined back there. We're going to give you the opportunity to join here. I got a few real estate stories. I'm going to try to get to those. But right now, let's see what we're going to do. Okay, yeah. Let me try that. Let's see. Is anyone back there? Anyone join? Let's see who's back there. Let's see what's going on. Okay, let me copy the link. Anyone want to join, you can. All right, let me copy the link here. Let me put the link in the chat here. I think the link is already. Anyone want to hop up? Feel free. We'll discuss these topics. I got a couple more. We probably roll to about 2 o'clock here. And I got to go handle a little business. Then we'll be back. Oh, you want to try again, Lindy? Okay, fair enough. Let me see. Where did I want to go here, man? There's so many topics I wanted to cover. Let's see. Here's one. Let's see if I go here. Let me make sure I'm on the right tab. Still getting the StreamYard together, guys. I promise you. I'm liking it, though. I'm liking it a whole lot better. Just adding guests is difficult. You know, we always give Spirit Airlines a bad review. We always, Spirit. But I hear Frontier is giving them a run for their money. How many of you have ever flown on Frontier Airline before? Are you on the panel? Let me see if I can add you, Lindy Lou. Lindy Lou, Collab Cam. Oh, we got Mail Monkey up here too. Okay, let me see if I can add Lindy Lou, then I'll add you, Mail Monkey. All right, Lindy Lou. All right, so Lindy Lou is added. And let me see where she is. Let's see, Lindy Lou. I'm going to put you right here for the time. I'll put you up here. Can you guys hear Lindy Lou? Hey, what's up, Latino? Can anyone hear Lindy Lou? Let me see. What the hell is the issue? Why can't I hear her? Okay, Lindy Lou. Show on stream. Your volume is up, Lindy Lou. Let's see. All right. Let's see if I can add Mail Monkey. Mail Monkey. I'm going to unassign, add a new source. Collab Cam 2. Add source. Show on stream. All right, can anyone hear Mail Monkey? Let's see, where is Mail Monkey? This is Mail Monkey. I'm going to make him smaller. Can anyone hear Mail Monkey? One of you guys may need to turn your camera on or something so that I can at least know that everything was successful here. Let's see, close. Hide on stream. Settings. Anchor. Share video. Share video, microphone audio, close. Oh, maybe I can share video. Lindy Lou, are you able to see me? Share video source. I'll share Anchor 300. Stop sharing. Close. Can anyone hear me here? No, I can't hear you guys. Let me see. Let me see what the mic source is. That could be it. Let me see here. All right, can someone say something now? Let's see. I don't hear you guys. Let's see, mic output. Road use timestamp down mix. Let's see. Okay, it works. Anyway, guys, I can't hear you guys. I don't know what the deal is. Let me see if I can hear you on YouTube. How about that? Let's see if I can at least hear you on YouTube. Let's see. Can you guys? The video is looking kind of choppy. Okay, cool. Let me see what it looks like on YouTube. This may be like one of the difficulties with Streamlab here. Let me see. Can you guys? The video is looking kind of choppy. Okay, cool. Let me see what it looks like on YouTube. Hey, Lindy Luke, can you say something? Difficulties with. Can you guys? Lindy Lou, me or Monkey, are you able to say anything on the stream? Hey, Lindy Luke, can you say something? Anyway, I don't see anything. We're both talking, John. Let me see. You're talking right now? Anyway, I don't know. You're both talking right now. John, let me see. You're talking right now? Anyway, I don't know. And can the people on the chat, in the chat, hear Lindy Lou or Male Monkey? That's fucking interesting. Let's see. I'll tell you what, let me try this right here. All right, let me try this. I don't want it to look too terrible. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see Lindy Lou here. Okay. Oh, someone. Let me see. Collab Cam 1. Collab Cam 2. No, it's not anyone. What the hell is it? That's me again. Okay. All right. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. I think I have to do a little bit more research here. Yeah, I'll have to do a little bit more research on this to figure out why it is not working. That's freaking weird there. Share video output. Anchor 300. Are you guys able to see me? Male Monkey? Lindy Lou? Anyway, it's fucking weird. Just hire an agent. They can see and hear. Yeah, you should be able to see me here because I just cut the camera on. Lindy Lou, let me see. Make sure your camera's on to see me. Yo, this is freaking. Yeah, you should be able to see me too, Lindy Lou. But your audio is weird. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with that. Let me see. Desktop audio, mic, Rode audio. Oh, is that what I need? What is this? Oh, no, that's not it. Okay, I don't know what to say. I have to do a little bit more research into this right here. We had it working yesterday or the day before with Universal Jones. But if you guys want to tinker with the settings on your side, if you see anything, let me know. Because I should be able to at least see you. If one of you feel free to cut your camera on and put like a PFP or whatever, like an avatar, maybe it will show up on the stream. I'm not sure why, but anyway, interesting. All right, fair enough. Let's see who else is back here. That's freaking weird though. Male Monkey, has it like a red avatar? Oh, all right, I don't know, man. I don't know. Both left. All right, fair enough. All right, let me remove these. Anyway, fair enough. let me get back. That kind of distracted me. Let me get back to what I wanted to talk about earlier. Was it Frontier Airlines? Yeah, it's interesting. Frontier Airlines. If you are not familiar with this, here is what is being alleged on Frontier. Oh, I thought I saw something. Here it is. All right, so let's go. And I'm going to share my screen. Frontier Airlines, Navy sailor. Let me move that over a little bit for you guys. There, you can see it better here. Navy sailor boarding plane unless he gave her $50 for what? Weed and manicure. Almighty, what? 2 Frontier Airlines staffers tried to stop a U.S. Navy sailor boarding a plane until he handed them $50 to spend on marijuana and a manicure. He claimed DeMonte, the American military here, said the employees extorted him in Hartsfield, Atlanta airport as he tried to board his flight back to his Navy base in L.A. Roach said one of them told him, "I don't give a damn what you're in. As long as you have my damn money. That's what it's all about here. That's what I'm here for." And here's DeMonte Roach, who is making allegations. Maverick G and all that. Mayor Monkey say they black. And here's one of the women here. You can see one of the arms, at least, with the woman, at least 2. Roach's plane was delayed, so he went for a wander. He went to get something to eat, so on and so forth. Let's see what the video says. In this case, guys, I don't know who to believe, to be honest with you.
$50. It was a discount according to this passenger. He says he could tell these gate agents they've done this before by the way they approached him.
Clayton County, I think, is a really blue county hugging the southeast side of Atlanta, I think. Stanley doesn't live in Clayton County, that's for sure.
Pressuring him to use his cell phone to send them money so that they can buy weed and get their nails done.
Mm-hmm.
In her words, I don't give a damn what you're in, as long as you have my damn money.
It was a military discount DeMonte Roach says he didn't even ask for.
Her friend was like, "We normally charge 100 for this situation. Since you're in the military, I charge
100. Gave him a discount.
Charge you 50.
Roach, who was returning to his Navy base in Los Angeles, says 2 Frontier Gate agents allegedly tried to shake him down for $50 before letting him board his flight at the Atlanta airport.
It happened Monday on Veterans Day, yes ma'am. And I said, "Well ma'am, this is how you guys get your money." She said, "No, but this is how I get my weed money."
After arriving to the airport 2 hours early, his flight was delayed. He says he decided to grab a bite to eat.
Maybe about 50 steps away from the gate.
And when he returned, he admits he was the last passenger at the gate. However, he was there before the final call to board the plane.
The lady
so he was late. He was late, but he wanted that $50. The world's busiest airport they love to brag about. Get your Popeyes chicken from one of these long fingernail women up in the airport and fly out on Frontier. Soul plane.
Door. Well, she said, "I don't care who you have to report to. If you want to get back on this plane, you have to pay me." Look, I ain't got no money.
Roach says he began recording cell phone video after the outrageous request from the 2 Frontier employees. When he wouldn't pay, he says they threatened to have him removed. Channel 2 received this statement from Frontier. We take claims like this seriously, and our team is in the process of investigating the situation to determine what happened. In the meantime, we have offered the customer a voucher for $150. Is that enough?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not with the pain and agony.
Roach says eventually he was able to board the plane after pretending he would send the employees the money. You think they should be fired?
They should be fired. If she did this to me, I can only imagine how many other people that she had also done this to.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine how many other people. Shit, that's probably the hustle. The comments on Streamline aren't as clear to see as StreamYard. Let me look at that. I mean, all these things with they're kind of grayed out. Is that right? Is it like gray in the? No, I can see it. It seems to be clear to me. What do you guys think? It seems to be clear to me. Because I can't get on Streamlabs and he can't see our comment. Oh, I can see your comments here. Yeah, I can see your comments here. On YouTube, I can. Are you looking at the comments on Streamlab? So this video is really zoomed in. See that comment there in 8 ways. Anyway, let's take a look and see what the article says here. I thought this guy actually had some video of the woman there, and that would have been interesting to me. Let's see, where is it? Where was the article? Where was that article? A parentified person. Let's see. Anyway, where was that article? I don't know where it was. Was it here? I'll click it up. What's that article? Oh, here it is. Daily Mail takes a long time to repaint the page there. Let me refresh. Anyway, yeah, these Streamlabs, I don't know what to say about it. I'm at a toss for it. Here's kind of another video, more informative. I've really been into this case. I'm not quite sure how you guys feel about this case, but I think it's going to be very interesting news coming out of New York City. And this is about Michael Penny here. And Daniel Penny is the guy that was apparently killed Michael Jackson. And so he apparently went into the, what was it? He went into the interrogation booth, and here's, oh man, they make you subscribe for this article. But anyway, he went into the interrogation booth, and again, you should never talk to police here. And he said that Daniel Penny, or Michael Jackson, was just a crackhead. And so there is going to be interesting there in that he kind of held the guy in low regard after choking him to death. So that's going to be very interesting to see how his case turns out here. A friend of mine sent me this article, but before I get to that, I think I want to share this. Let me bring this up. Let me see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Is it coming up? It should come up. Let's see. Close some of these tabs here. All right, here we go. Close this tab here. And here's an article coming out of Atlanta. Again, we played a lot of Atlanta today. It seems Atlanta. Let me share my screen with you. And still working on the layouts here, so let me know if the screen. A daughter is speaking out for the first time about the double shooting that took place inside a rooming house, kind of like the places that John Galt rents on Bolton Road last weekend. Why would you do that? Why? I'm trying to hold up the best way I can. Let's see if there's video. Hopefully she can say it better and with more emotion than I can here. So let's see. Because it's very interesting. Again, imagine you're a landlord. I've been in one of these situations before where someone decides to kill someone else in your house, and the government doesn't clean up that crime scene. They drag the dead body out there, but it's left up to you to get the blood, the brains off the walls. Anyone ever tried to get brain matter off of a wall? Brain matter is very sticky. And so here we are here. Let me see if I can play this video. And it's coming up.
From the family of the second of two men gunned down inside of their Southwest Atlanta rooming home. It happened a week ago. The family of 61-year-old Leonard Bridges spoke exclusively tonight. For the first time, we're hearing from the family of the second of two men gunned down inside of their Southwest Atlanta rooming home. It happened a week ago. The family of 61-year-old Leonard Bridges spoke exclusively to Channel 2's Veronica Griffin. She joins us now live from Atlanta Police Headquarters in downtown Atlanta. And Veronica, you also spoke to the family of 66-year-old Jerome Johnson again tonight.
Yeah, we spoke to his daughter on Monday and again tonight when she invited us out to the family vigil. Now, investigators here have not released a cause or a motive for this double shooting. Meanwhile, both families are still grieving while trying to celebrate the lives lived.
I'm trying to hold up as best I can.
A daughter speaking out for the first time about the double shooting that took place inside this rooming home on Bolton Road last weekend.
Why would you do this? Why?
Sharday Williams telling me her father was one of the two men shot inside the Southwest Atlanta home. Both of them died.
I just remember getting the phone call, and it seemed like after that, everything just went blank.
61-year-old Leonard Bridges, a father of four and a grandfather, is sorely missed.
He was a loving person, and that was my daddy, our father. And he'll be truly missed.
And just a few miles away, Saturday evening, balloons and lots of hugs, a celebration of life for the second victim, Uncle Jay, 66-year-old Jerome Johnson. Johnson was gunned down inside the rooming home.
66. God damn. Gunned down a 66-year-old man. God damn. Yo, I've seen it all, though. I've seen it all. So it doesn't surprise me. It's a shame. It's really a shame. Folks can't see the video. Okay. All right. Let me take it down a notch. How about that? All right. Let me take it down a notch. All right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. All right, let me try this. Tell me what about this? And I'm going to adjust it one more time. And then tell me what about this? It's kind of slick. You can do it on the screen, but you just have to get it lined up, right? And there's that. All right. Cool. I think this is better.
He'll be truly missed.
And just a few miles away, Saturday evening, balloons and lots of hugs, a celebration of life for the second victim, Uncle Jay, 66-year-old Jerome Johnson. Johnson was gunned down inside the rooming home. His family telling Channel 2 Action News he was shot multiple times. The shooting suspect returned to the scene and was arrested. Atlanta police identified him as 52-year-old Latorice Carter.
It's trying to do better. It's not. The guy's not awesome. The guy's not awesome.
Tequila Glover organized this gathering to honor her father and to bring the family together.
You see it's now an echo in the video? Damn. I have headphones on and everything. Let's see. Still an echo?
Clinton Johnson missing his nephew, telling me they spoke on the phone daily. Playful codename.
Man, look at them people in the walkers and wheelchairs. Have mercy. I saw one of these walkers in one of my houses the other day. I showed you that. Damn, like, these people aren't like really old people. You know, these are, you know, they're not like 70, 80. Like 60-year-old people. Damn. Damn, look how big they are. Jeez Louise. My man with the finesse on. Nike, everybody got their gear fresh. What kind of shoes are those?
He called me Colgate 2. Colgate brought it back. I mean, talking to him about football. You know, that talk, I miss the Peter.
Now, both families can use some help with funeral expenses. We have their GoFundMe accounts linked to our website, WSBTV.com. We're live in downtown Atlanta. Veronica Griffin, WSB Tonight.
Hey, Portia, I think I may have figured out the echo. Let's see if I have YouTube playing. We are getting these kinks worked out, though, people. Slowly but surely. All right, I think maybe I had YouTube playing. Let me just close that tab. After I close all these tabs, there you go. I wonder if it's the same kind of issues within the browser. I've been trying to run this through the desktop, but it may be better through the browser. Let's see. I think I just closed that window, so I need to add another window there. That's a little more complicated, I tell you. Let's see. Let's see there. Let's see. Window. And then you can add this window. I want to test out this audio just to make sure there's no echo here. That would suck. All right, let's see if I can do this. Let me delete this. But yeah, anyway, one of the reasons I wanted to do this stream this morning, and we were going for like 2 hours now. A friend of mine, a good friend of mine, he's in that position, in America oftentimes. And I've talked about it so many times, and I hate to see it happen, but it happens all the time, is that you find a place, an affordable place to live, and you and your wife may move there, and as soon as you have children, you know it's time to go. But no one can really, say that they have to move because of the crime, the violence, the blacks, really. And so my friend, his wife, he told his wife to carry a knife as she walks through the neighborhood. And they live along, Marion-Barry, Avenue. And so he's had to convince himself that they're going to have to move. And he's a black guy, African, but black. And he's convinced himself that he has to move not because of the crime and the violence, but because they just want to, be around more people that don't vote for Kamala Harris. And I said, well, there's some nice parts of D.C. that don't vote for Kamala Harris, but they're all white. And he can't afford to live there. And so now he's going to have to move kind of further out, probably in Maryland where he can afford. Maybe he can afford Virginia, I'm not quite sure. But it's going to cost him a pretty penny to move away from the black people that he can't even mention. And all throughout this channel, this stream, we've seen and heard people that just refuse to mention the word black. They just could not do it. And, I've always found it to be very interesting. I remember when the guy shot up the naval base here in D.C. And the black woman went to describe, it wasn't a black woman, it was a white woman. She went to describe him. And she described everything that he had on except for his clothes, his skin color. Black jeans, blue jeans, jacket was red or whatever. But she would not call out his race. And I thought that was interesting. One of the things that I do want to talk about, we're going to probably talk about this on the other channel, on the other stream when we have the full panel. And I think Daniel Nixon will be interested in this. And let me see where I should start. I'm going to work my way backwards here. And here's kind of an Israeli topic I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with here. And instead of sharing my window, I'm going to share a screen. See if that works better here. All right, so let me try that. Let's see if that works better. Let's see what you see here. Actually, this is Fox News. Let me change the browser source. Give me 1 second. Browser source. Let's see if that works. All right. There you go. All right, cool. The Dutch governing coalition. Let me scroll down a bit so you can see it. The Dutch governing coalition is reeling from the consequences of a riot between Dutch and Jewish Israeli soccer fans that degenerate into groups of what the Political report called rascals. But in fact, Footage revealed to be Muslim migrants chasing Jewish-looking people all over Amsterdam. In the aftermath of the attacks, there was widespread condemnation of the perpetrators by members of the Dutch government, but none more than Galt, the leader of the largest PVV party. It's anarchy in Amsterdam. The scum is in charge. Blah, blah, blah. And as you can see from this Gateway Pundit article here, they're more or less blaming the Muslims for these attacks here. So I want to share with you kind of a counter opinion coming out of UNS magazine. You've heard me mention the UNS review quite a few times here. And let me see if I can share the UNS with you. And the UNS is here. I'll share my screen with you. Give me 1 second. Here's UNS. And here's the UNS here. And UNS has assumed that the Amsterdam and the Paris riots, the soccer riots, were more or less instigated by the Mossad. I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard that before, but here is an article from Mike Whitney, I think. Yep, Mike Whitney. And he has quite a few comments here regarding this. Was Amsterdam a Mossad operation? And you'll see here, this was obviously an extremely well-coordinated Mossad false flag attack. Wow. All right. That was staged with permission of Dutch authorities. Oh, you're not seeing this screen. Let me. Oh, you're not seeing it. You should be seeing it, right? Is it updating here? Let me scroll down. Let me make sure. Is the screen updating for you? I'm scrolling down. Are you able to see me scrolling down? I'm sharing the browser source here. Anyway, it doesn't look like it's updating. Oh, I think I have to update it as I go page by page. All right, so browser source is not the way to go. All right, let me get this page up. Give me 1 second. And there it is. And so here's an article here. Hopefully it shows what in the hell. An article here from Mike Whitney, if I can get this to show. Where he's alleging that this operation was a Mossad operation here. Let's see how this video looks here. Damn, if it shows. Is the screen updating on your side? It looks not to be updating on mine. Anyway, let's see how this works.
De conflicten komen nu. Zo dan.
And here's just a streamer in Amsterdam, and he's highlighting that the Israeli soccer teams seem very organized in attacking the Dutch people over there. And in response, the Muslim people attacked the Dutch back. Yeah, I see it. Can't see it. I can fix this, but I'm gonna have to work out some of these kinks here on Streamlabs as we do these streams here, because this is a little not confusing, but it's frustrating. So anyway, so guys, we're gonna wrap up this stream here. We'll go over to the other stream. I think they may still be streaming here. If not, we'll probably start back up. But anyway, guys, it's part testing, part some of the articles that we wanted to cover and get out. I wanted to get you guys to come up and comment, but that would seem to be a challenge as well. So we'll go over to the other stream, get back to StreamYards, and we'll work out these kinks here. Hey, Portia, I'll give you a call at some point. Maybe we can do a test of this, see how it all works out. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. We've been here 2.5 hours, 32 people in the audience. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and support the channel. Portia J, our wonderful editor. She's the hardest working person over here, and our favorite panelist from what we gauge from the people in the chat. HB in the morning, me, John Galt, Stanley, Cross as well, the one everyone loves to hate. Thank you again. And you can also send Streamlabs as well. Thank you again. Have a great day. Oh, one more thing. Chris Reed, thank you again for all your support, guys. Thank you again. See, you sent a Cash App or Streamlab over last night. Once again, thank you very much.